who told her to go to the hospital, otherwise you could die because of what he did, slitting open his taint. And how he responded, he said he already went to the hospital, and he said the doctor said he's fine. Then she asks, when did you go? He said, I went last night. You don't develop the infection just over fucking night. It's still gonna develop for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, he needs help. All right. Anyway, what's up, guys? This is Wolf King, and we're live from Discord. We're just having some combos, but if you want to come, just hit me up, and I'll probably send you a link, maybe. But anyway, what? Now you were talking about so Chris Chan, he did this overnight, and he said he went to the hospital in the same night. Could you repeat that last stanza?
Yes.
Holy shit!
That's exactly what he did, and that was saying of what he shouldn't worry about, but somehow he still fucking survived. I don't even understand how, but I don't know what's been looked into lately of that, but Chris fucked himself up now. Like, this is a whole nother level.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, if you do what you love, you won't feel any pain at all, I guess.
Do it in love and slitting your taint open to think you have a clitoris. Congrats.
Yeah, I think he might legitimately have gender dysphoria.
I mean, it's weird. I heard a rumor that he was considering himself a tom girl, like he wasn't transgender. He just liked dressing up girly and shit.
He doesn't want to identify to be gay, or that he would be considered what was it the way how he puts it in his terms. He says he's a lesbian identified male. Yeah, like he's a lesbian trapped in a man's body, as he puts it. Which I have a feeling he's might be using this as a way to get some, as he puts it, China. Yeah.
It's weird.
This fucking terminology for vagina, China.
Oh, I forgot.
Thanks. I'm straight.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
Wow.
That's fucking hilarious. I actually like Chris. I hope he gets help, honestly.
Yeah. There's also music he actually does, which he just does singing over covers of songs, which they're often badly recorded. But his latest one he did was "It's Raining Men" by Weather Girls, but he calls it "It's Raining Dykes."
So is he trying to do some weird? Is he trying to do some weird Al Yankovic type deal where he parodies songs, except he does it poorly?
Yeah, that's essentially what he's trying to do. There's some other songs, like he actually did "Gangster's Paradise," but he calls it "Trollsta's Paradise."
Trollsta's.
And the songs are horribly recorded. You can hear the original songs, with the actual singers singing, but you hear him trying to sing over, which just sounds more like he's shouting, or he can't fucking sing at all.
Hey, did anyone did either of you guys hear about Brett Keane and his new website he made up?
Wait, what?
Apparently he concocted himself this is his billionth time leaving YouTube, right?
Oh.
And apparently one of the things he's doing nowadays is he has produced for himself a website where he basically writes out content, the stuff that interests him and shit, basically.
Okay, that's interesting. And I can't wait to see how this turns out, because he made some bold claims. You guys remember the shit he was talking on the Drunken Peasants 166? He made some bold claims about how, why didn't you use Wix, or I can use my own website, I can make my own website. So now he's actually doing that. So the second he does that and it fails, the second he does,
I'm just gonna write my website and not be a scammer like the amazing scammers TJ here. Some piece of shit, be a situation.
Dude. Okay, let me give you like a sample of bullshit he basically made up, right? Okay, what did he do? Okay, he made an article about the military, right? Like a bunch of stuff about the military that pisses him off. He says like one of the things he put on top of that list is, "Oh, we lock killers up for years on end, but you know they could earn some medals if we actually enlist them in the army." It's like what?
That's so divorced from reality. It's not even funny.
Like you want some unhinged serial killer who probably can't discern right from wrong to serve the country. What's stopping them from killing like their fellow soldiers? What the hell? Like that's fucking ridiculous. They already have psychological problems. I mean, gee.
Look, if you're putting me as general in the situation, I'll be sure to gather up every single murderer individual and make sure to point them to become general one day in those individual situations.
Yeah, he actually yeah, and then there was this one story he had. Okay, you remember that one guy, that one like I think atheist guy that shot those three Muslim like people?
Oh shit!
Yeah, what about it?
Yeah, apparently he had that on his site trying to say that the mainstream is trying to cover this story up, and it's like, dude, that story is at least 2 or 3 years old. Like, what the hell? Like,
yeah, well, the mainstream's trying to cover it up because you haven't heard about it in 2 to 3 years. That's the cover up. They're ignoring it.
Yeah, they're ignoring it because it's fucking old news. They've been dead. The guy's already locked up. It's a dead story.
I told you these fucking atheists were bad in the situation.
Jesus Christ. Nah, but yeah. Also, he can't say words worth a damn. Like he was talking about the reign of Mao Zedong, and he said, like look at the reign of Zhao Zedong. I'm not fucking kidding. I'm not kidding.
Are we talking about Chris Chan or are we talking about
Brett Keane?
Why was I gonna guess Brett Keane?
Because like I think. Oh, the reign of Zhao Zedong, and he had the nerve to say, "Oh, what a fucked up name that guy's got." Yeah, when you mispronounce it terribly, trying to make yourself sound like you're a smart guy. Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
Alpha.
Telling you about the military history of General Tsao.
The reign of Zhao Zedong.
You know, the guy who gave us General Tso's chicken?
and then there's Admiral Mac and Cheese.
Admiral Mac and Cheese situation. Hey, I heard Brett's. No, but let's not mock Brett because he's going through a hard time now. I heard his dad died.
Don't mock the afflicted.
I heard his dad died. His dad is apparently Snooty the manatee. He was the oldest living manatee that was living at the time, and it's really bad. Like he lost his patriarch. You know, it's terrible. He got to take up the reign or the Rhine as king of the manatees or the matinees.
I've actually been working on my own Brett Keane parody.
God, what a retard.
Brett Keane is a Brett Keane parody.
Oh, I know, but I mean, like, my own Brett Keane song parody I've been working on. It's
okay, Kill, you don't tell people you're doing parodies until you're done the parody.
There's nothing wrong with saying you're going to do a parody.
I know I can pick my roll courage. I don't want to be a friend. Fuck that. There's going to be Mac Cruz.
She's my cherry pie. Cool drink of water, such a sweet situation. She's my cherry pie. Sweet individual. Nice.
Waterheads, I'm at Waterheads. We're smell, no, my children are Waterheads. We're smell, my children are Waterheads. Fucking damn it, Paul.
Give me my mac and cheese. Don't take this anymore. Fuck, I fucked it up. I was gonna do a Linkin Park reference, but I fucked it up. You may just have to punch her face if she messes with the situation.
I think my favorite that was done, it has to be the Michael Jackson Beat It parody, Domestic Violence Situation.
Nice.
Come around here. We got a situation now. Let me be clear. I'll get you and I'll beat you and I'll tell you that's been so great.
So bad.
Just read it. Read it. When Dory makes mac and cheese, you eat it. If she gets mouthy and she talks back, just reach up and give her a smack and read it.
I swear, Brett, he belongs on YouTube, even if he's been banned a billion times.
Oh yeah,
he's the most banned individual on YouTube.
Yeah, pretty much. Speaking of, yeah, that and Von Helton.
Oh God.
Yeah. Captain Gums.
I watched Von Helton have a meltdown once on YouTube. It was some guy who claimed to be a theist, but he also accepted evolution. So Von Helton was trying to say, like, that's a contradiction.
Yeah, I remember that video. Scholar Fiction did that one. Yeah, he was talking to Adam, who was like a Christian and accepted evolution, and he was trying to say that that was some kind of contradiction because he thought it was like some kind of argument against like it was some kind of argument for atheism, but it's like, no, that's not what that is. It's like, it's just a scientific explanation for like the biodiversity of life, not against like God or anything. Then they started mocking the Chevin, but he actually was seen on a hangout on Steve's channel like a week or so back, talking about the trolls and how they destroyed his life. It's like he's so dumb he can't realize the fact that he got a special needs wife who was like in her 20s. He was that lucky, but he managed to F that deal up. In there. And overworking her ass into the ground. It's kind of sad, but that's Gummisher for you. Apparently, he's given up on suing everybody. Like he just stopped with that claim.
Yeah, he probably can't get a lawyer.
Of course, he can't get a lawyer. Like fuck. Wait, what are you gonna sue him for? You're gonna sue him for trolling you?
Well, okay, I'm gonna sue you for a lifetime supply of mac and cheese.
I actually there was actually a time I remember when
and for you to pay my monthly subscription fees for World of Warcraft.
A lot of the insane shit that Von Helton spoke, I think, isn't he a flat earther?
Yeah, there you go. Brett King never does successfully sue somebody. Ask the judge if he can make the payment in World of Warcraft gold.
Yeah, I think he did. He did say.
He takes it.
Yeah, I remember when. Not going back to Brett, but I remember when he did make the claim that an atheist sent him like I think $30,000. I think he made that claim, and I'm all like, dude, you're full of shit. No one sent you that much. As if anyone gives a
show us the bank transfer. Show us the statement. That's like Ronnie made $26,000 a week. Yeah, Ronnie, do you understand decimal points?
I remember when he actually had a creationist website up, and we in the Great Debate community just started mocking the shit out of it, and he actually took one of my hangouts because I think Neff showed it to him, and he tried to say that because some guy said he could hack the website, like some kind of admission that he actually did hack the website to make it look bad with all the grammatical errors and scientific inaccuracies and shit like the flood and all that stuff. And then he tried to insinuate that he was gonna get money and sue my channel, or like because we somehow were in collusion in this. That's like, dude, like that is like Von Helton level retardation. You're gonna try and sue people by virtue of a like a vague ass claim like that. It wasn't even like an accusation. It was a criticism. What the fuck? Like that was sad. And
when I was in Brett's Discord, I think Von Helton, yeah, he said that he believes the Earth is flat, and also he denies gravity's existence.
He also asked Kenny KPZ if he was afraid of the dark, and I think he did say that he was afraid of the darkness inside his mouth. Like, where the fuck is his teeth?
So I asked, though, related to this, I asked, like, what, do you believe that there's any edge of the Earth? He said no. He believes that the Earth is, like, has an infinite trail of, like, traveling through. Which, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
That's hilarious. It pissed him off and get him screaming. But one of the sick parts I don't like about him is that he'll use the kids thing as a way of like a shield. Don't call me crazy, otherwise the CPS is gonna come back and take my kids away. It's like, dude, like that's your responsibility.
I just remembered actually one night when somebody told me about the night in Brett's Discord with Von Helton, an assumption that he may neglect his children. Like, I don't know exactly like what it was, but like he rarely cleans his home.
Oh, dude.
It's not an assumption, man.
Hold on. Actually, let me just go ahead and I'm actually gonna. I need to show you guys something. Like you guys aren't gonna believe this shit. Like you guys, I mean, you think it was like it wasn't. It was just like a simple mess. Like my room could be a mess. Like that place. You think a wild dude? You think a friggin' wild animal was up in that shit? You think like a wild boar just came in there like from the mud and just fire a trailer? Hang on a second.
Well,
hang on, just 1 second. Okay, we're on there. No, wait, I forgot you guys. I'll just post a link because I don't know if you guys will be able to see this. I'm just gonna do this for the audience sake.
Give us a link here, though.
No, it's all good. Hang on.
Oh, Von Helton.
Yeah, I told you I was gonna show you the pictures of how bad his trailer looked. Hang on.
I thought that was Brett Keener talking about.
No. We're done with Brett. Fuck Brett.
I mean, it's sick. All right. Full of dirty dishes. Okay, this is starting to get crazy. This is the kids' room.
Okay. Basically, fast forward it to 4:25. 4 minutes 25 seconds.
Fucking look at the shit. Look at this shit. Oh, it gets crazier. This is nothing. This is where the kids sleep.
Like oh my goodness. On the thing, on the bed.
Mother isn't looking after them. Like, but this is where the kids. These are the rooms that they are locked in while he's doing his hangouts. The motherfuckers are sitting there giving them money for microphones and shit. Look at this shit. It's not just being poor. There's no reason for this. It's insanity. Who lives like this? Curb up here. That right there on the.
Oh, and 607. There's like a rotting fucking melon on the floor. Like
I know people have been watching it now for a while.
Like, dude, like it's a trash heap. Like, I'm not trying to say like I live in a mansion myself, but I mean, like, at least I try to keep my shit clean.
Yeah, at least you take the garbage out once a week.
Yeah, like in freaking vacuum. Like, they don't even do that. I mean, it's insane. Hang on one second. Yeah, but it's ridiculous. And he has the nerve to scream at people online about his life problems. Give me a break.
Floor, ladies and gentlemen, that right there in the middle is a rotten melon. It is actually, look at the degraded state that it's in.
All right, one second. Hang on. Yeah. All right.
What you gonna do tomorrow?
Probably gonna make a few phone calls. Why? What's up? That's cool. We could do something. No problem. I'll see you tomorrow, Dad. All right, I'm back. Yeah, but that is just a shame. Just.
How long has that been there? Like that, this is tragic. You know? And I know, but I'm not going to get into things about his court and all that kind of stuff. I mean, the state of Kentucky have made their decision, but I mean, my God. Like, I can honestly say, like, Von Helton, you are a fucking shitty parent. Like, this.
Yeah, I would agree. That goes without saying. I mean, like what the hell, like, do you do with your day that you can't, like, make sure that that the environment your kid's in is sanitary? I mean, Jesus Christ.
People on the internet. Helton, he's from Kentucky. Unfortunately,
I mean, yeah. So is that piece of shit Ken Hovind. I'm pretty sure he lives in a clean house, or at least strives to. But then again, he was locked up, so he didn't have.
There's another piece of shit who lives in Kentucky, and he rides Kentucky to be like the best place ever in the world. But
Who's that?
Meanwhile, his YouTube name, if I remember, was I think it was Kinky Joe or Joe Kinky. He was the guy who made that $25,000 reward video about proving that Sandy Hook was real.
Oh, that asshole. Oh man, I can't stand that guy. That guy.
Wait. He proved Sandy Hook was real?
No. Okay, no. Go ahead, Kill. Go ahead. It's your story.
He believes that Sandy Hook was staged. So, according to him, if you have irrefutable proof that Sandy Hook was real, he will promise you $25,000 cash reward. But there's a catch. In order to do this, not only do you have to have your proof, you also, the person who's wanting to do this, to get the reward, you have to put $25,000.
So basically, you have to match his bet with your bet, otherwise, you know.
Yeah. Well, I want to see his 20 grand first.
I tell you what, he could use that friggin' money to buy himself a ticket and talk to those parents, you know, if they're actors and shit. See the corpses. I just can't believe these dickheads.
Well, don't go there. They're all dickheads. They're drunk and high. They don't know what the hell they're saying.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I legitimately don't give a shit. Like these guys need a reality check. They love their guns so friggin' much though that they'll friggin' choose fetishizing those friggin' things over human lives. Go fuck yourself. I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't even mind like trying to argue for like the gun rights. Fine. I mean that's fine. When you start saying that, oh, these killings didn't happen, they're bullshit. I mean, like you stepped across the line. Go like.
Hold on. They're just being skeptical. You know, if without proof, something didn't happen. So you know, the best proof is show the bodies. Assholes when they ask for that.
Exactly.
But there's someone who I watched who does like the worst of the internet, and Joe Kinky was one of them who kind of like went a little more in depth. And one of his purposes to why he says that state of California is the worst state ever because it's a liberal, wherever fucking place he says. He proves it by testing the water and showing that the water does nothing but just like fucking spit her out. And he says, this is why Kentucky's better. And he also tells a story.
How does water coming out of a faucet tell you the political leanings of the state you're in?
He's an idiot. He's an idiot. I remember watching. He's an idiot. I remember watching a video about him. Oh, okay. He was still in California at the time. I think it was in a Home Depot or something. And he had a basket full of stuff, right? And then he went to get something else. Then his basket was gone, and he thought, oh, someone took my stuff. Apparently, it must have been a liberal. Can't trust anyone in California or some crap. And it's like, what?
It was probably just a diligent Home Depot employee putting away a rogue basket and putting stuff back on the shelf.
Exactly.
He didn't say must. He said it was a liberal. He says, I don't fucking care what you liberals have to say. Like, he actually said this in the video.
Like that, he a BS anecdote like that must infer, like that gives enough inference to tell that liberals are fucking thieves. Like, give me a fucking break.
All liberals are zombies and then they show off killed, which he actually showed a fucking gun on one of his videos.
Oh boy.
This is what I would say. This is a man who shouldn't be fucking trusted with a gun.
I say trust him with a gun. Probably end up shooting himself, doing everyone a favor. I'm not.
And then he'll just say, "It was a fucking liberal. These bullets were manufactured by the fucking liberals."
Jesus Christ. Anyway, so I gotta be honest with you. Let's talk about some serious stuff for a minute. Okay, so we got two crazy guys. We got Trump. We got Kim Jong-un. Both of them are basically playing a dick measuring contest with nuclear missiles. Honestly, the way I see it is this, right? I do think that, I mean, it's obvious, it's self-evident that North Korea is a repressive state as a country, like worse than friggin' Saudi Arabia, and they friggin' cut their people's heads off if they do something bad. The people there, they're information free. They're basically forced to worship the lineage of these douchebags, these dear leaders, who revere themselves as like some kind of demigods. It's obvious that the system needs to crumble, right? However, if they're indeed nuked, right? If they're nuked and the entire state falls to shambles, the peasants are obviously going to go flock to other countries to rebuild their lives because they just got out of a horrible situation, and who doesn't want to rebuild their life after a lifetime of heartache and tragedy. The problem is that if they go to any other country, say South Korea or China or someplace, they're going to destroy the economy. So it's like, how do we how does the West take down Kim Jong-un without completely causing problems for the rest of the world? Now, obviously, with a humanitarian crisis lying in wake, I think that we need an honest person, an honest, rational thinking individual to handle this. I don't think Trump, with all his bluster and just grab him by the pussy attitude, I don't think he really has the means, intellectually speaking, to do that.
Wolf King, listen. It doesn't matter if Trump tries to launch nukes. They don't get launched without Canada. Because it all has to go through NORAD.
So that would mean I'm gonna fucking die.
No, because in order for the U.S. to launch nukes, it has to go through NORAD. And currently sitting the head of NORAD is a Canadian.
I know.
So in order for the U.S. to launch nukes, Canada has to say okay and give it a thumbs up.
Which I'm assuming Canada's gonna say fucking no.
Yeah, we always give it a thumbs down.
That's good. I mean, that's cool. I still don't trust that fucking guy.
Are you serious, Canada? You really don't want to launch the nukes against this nation?
Yes, you're crazy. Get out
I mean, you deny Milwaukee with their dairy products, but you're denying me to munch the fucking goods.
Do I have to take my baby hands and basically grab you guys by the pussy myself?
Am I gonna have to do that to diddle you in order to make you munch the news?
I mean, if you're inviting that invitation, yeah, hey. Just
Oh my god.
I'm waiting for the day that someone manages to figure out that when Trump misspelled Kofifi in his Twitter, it was done intentionally in order to create a social media stir, so that one of his arms of his company, which is not being run by him, but maybe by one of his kids, could thus in turn sell merchandise like T-shirts.
I think honestly we need to ban his ass from Twitter, because every time he screws up Royal every time he tweets something.
We need to take care of what you're in now. You know it, I know it, everyone knows it. I really hate that fucking shit with him where he just speaks on everyone's behalf.
They should just take away his phone and give him a flip phone.
Yes.
He'll slow down his Twitter, because you'll only have 10 keys to work with.
Mr. President, the North Korea is about to launch the fucking missiles at us. 1 second, I'm about to post a tweet and tell everyone that I was right.
Yeah, now he's trying to take attention off of North Korea by trying to make a big deal about opioids. I mean, not that I'm saying that they're not an issue, but still calling it a national emergency and shit. I mean, it's obvious what you gotta do. It's obvious what you gotta do with opioids, right? You gotta restrict them. You gotta basically launch a new war on drugs against them. That's the only way to basically keep the drugs out of the people's hands so they don't kill themselves. I mean, that's the way you gotta restrict it. You know, because that's always worked. Look at marijuana.
I felt like you were being serious for a second there.
No, Chris, that's called sarcasm.
Yeah, Wolf was holding a little sarcasm sign. You just can't see it.
We should ban about every single drug and while building this wall. Yeah, totally nothing will get in. So, yeah, no drugs are going to get in. So, yeah, just trust me on that.
Work for Saudi Arabia. Oh, wait.
That's what Trump is unknowingly making America become.
What, a great laughing stock?
Well, I mean, that's obvious. But, the drug thing, though, with, like, fucking Saudi Arabia. Well, I mean, Ted Cruz, he wanted to make America become Christian Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, well, that shit wasn't going to
I'll put
happen.
it this way, Gil. Look, sometimes you have the whack job like a Trump come in. Then when you get rid of them, whatever comes along after them doesn't look so bad.
Dude, and also, like, just to comment on Ted Cruz, no one likes him, not even his freaking daughters. Not that I'm saying Trump and his daughter has the best relationship, you know, with the whole grab ass thing and all that stuff. But yeah, like
My daughter wasn't my daughter, I'd fuck her.
She's a hot piece of ass.
Jesus.
When the Howard Stern show.
I'm not being incestuous. Believe me.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, but people just don't like that guy. He is just like I heard he said he wanted to kill immigrants or something like that, or some of that nature, and that he wanted to get rid of the IRS. Like he's talking a bunch of nonsense. I remember when Glenn Beck was riding him real hard to be the new president. He said he was the Moses of his time. I'm all like, what? This guy represents the right wing establishment, like all in one. He's like Moses if he never gave up being a prince. Oh, Jews, I care for you, but you know, I'm just chilling up on this freaking giant ass like pyramid shit that you guys are building. You know, so yeah. So is everyone excited for Rick and Morty tonight?
Oh yeah.
Hey, how do you did anyone see that last one with Pickle Rick?
Pickle Rick!
I'm Pickle Rick. Big reveal. I'm a pickle.
I'm no Pickle Morty, and 9/11 isn't an inside job.
He was fucking. His character was juiced to be a pickle. I'm all like, what?
Yeah, I think Dan Harmon just said Rick's a pickle. That's it.
No, but did you guys see that one scene where Rick came in there as a pickle to therapy, and the therapist just dropped that truth on him?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
He was so brutal.
Like, he couldn't say anything back because he knew deep down it was the truth. Like, I mean, he's like a super genius, but you know, with all that knowledge, like if he just did regular guy shit, he would just be bored with his life. He'd rather die than do that. But the weird thing is, like, I'm more curious about how this is going to work on Beth, like, because let's keep in mind, this is not the original Beth, right? This is not the original Beth. This is a different dimension Beth. The original Beth of his timeline was basically like abandoned along with the rest of the family
or killed. Like, I don't believe entirely like the first episode, which showed his supposed origin story wasn't entirely false. Some of it might have been true.
You know, I'm willing to leave that on hold, but like, just here's the thing. This version of Beth, basically, like her dad is like completely perfect because he's smart and all badass and like he didn't need help from nobody. But here's the thing, like with all that knowledge and with all that stuff, like he's still like kind of a selfish dick sometimes, if not most of the time. Now, basically, and now that Jerry's out of the picture, now that they're divorced, she's gonna have to basically see, in my view at least, she's gonna have to see how Rick truly is, you know, as himself, like unveiled, and how he basically treats her kids. Now, keep in mind, it took the entire now I thought about this. What would it take for Beth to stop loving Rick? Let's think about this. Beth is into horse surgery, right? Like she's basically all about that horse surgery, you know, like saving horses' lives and shit like that. She prides herself on being a good doctor for that specific type of animal. It took, in the original timeline, it took friggin' the entire world being destroyed in an apocalyptic fucking like event to make her like just stop loving Rick. It's like he's a piece of shit and he left my mom, so fuck him. What do you think it'll take to get this version of Beth to stop loving Rick? What you guys think? Fucking Pseudo just left. He's all like, "You guys are nerds." But Kill, what do you think it'll take to have Beth stop liking Rick?
Well, I mean, like, she was kind of expressing a little bit of a disingenuous side to Rick, like him turning himself into a pickle. And now finding out, especially, that he was using this as a way to get away from therapy. But, like, I'm not entirely sure what could be. I would rather just wait and see.
Yeah.
The way
That's really a tough one.
Yeah, I agree with that. But the way I see it is, if he gets in her way of like producing her own like method of greatness, I think that would be the one thing that would basically say, okay, you know what, fuck this, you're an asshole, and I'm stop loving you. Because here's the thing, when her coworker, that dude that kept trying to mac on Beth in the original version, was trying to hit on her, but then transformed, she realized her life as a fucking horse surgeon is over. Like, because some weird shit has obviously happened to where, you know, now she has to give that up. You know, that was the one moment where she was all like, you know what, fuck him, basically. So, you know, I agree with you guys. We're really just gonna have to see like how is it gonna go down.
Not to mention, we also have Bird Person who's come back as like a souped up Terminator, space alien,
Cyborg.
Phoenix Person.
Yeah, Phoenix.
I like that I like that they brought him back. I fucking love that guy. Like, cause he's like sort of like the voice of reason for Morty, and basically one of the few guys that'll stick up for Rick.
Oh yeah, because he was actually based off of Spock.
Holy shit! I could kind of see that.
His
Like-
character was based on Spock.
Like based on the way he talk, like yeah, that guy basically is a kind of Spock. Holy shit! Just the way he talks and shit. Yeah. I also like how Beth is becoming more accustomed to like being on the adventures too, like even trying to outshine Morty and shit. That was funny. Wait a second.
Hopefully, though, I hope they don't do another episode where they've done the the random TV channel thing.
Yeah, I think that was like a one-time deal.
Yeah, like a sequel was really unnecessary.
I'm not gonna lie, they kind of I really did think they kind of phoned it in on that one episode. The one where they parodied Garfield, and he came in there and started talking shit to John. I thought that was funny. Like he kind of reminded me of Atheism is Unstoppable in that one bit.
Wow, fuck you, John.
You white guilt piece of milk toast piece of shit. He was thinking of stuff to say to him. Hmm?
Give me my fucking enchiladas.
Nice.
Zorba Field.
Yep. Wilson knows.
There's also this crazy theory that I heard of from some guy I listened to, Emergency Awesome, that with the Infinite Ricks thing, like at some point, it's possible that Morty might become like a Rick.
Well, like his Morty might become a Rick. Like
Yeah, kind of like that.
I'm waiting to see.
I mean, you guys might not have been able to catch it, but in the first episode of the new season, in one scene when they were in the Council of Ricks, like Citadel, there was one Rick that looked like a Morty. Who was basically real
Yes.
old.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see the end, like after the end of season 1. You know that one Morty,
Yeah.
the one that was controlling Rick, and I'm waiting for his return. See what this one builds up to.
yeah, because Rick did say in that one episode that a Morty that's way too smart for him will be a problem. Because the way it works is sort of like a yin and yang thing with them. Rick and Morty, you know, they basically kind of time together because it's like, you know, like because fans will have that thought like if Rick's such a dick, why don't Morty just ditch him? And it's like, you know, like they're supposed to be together. Like they like Morty's average mindset, like psychologically like blocks out other Ricks from trying to get it that at the main series Rick, basically. But like a Rick, but no. But if a Morty is too smart for a Rick and doesn't need the Rick, then that could be a problem, logically speaking.
Yeah, because then you have the factor of like not being able, like being a Rick blocker as well as being super smart. So
Exactly.
kind of like,
I like that one episode. I like that one episode, like the very first one they show where the frickin' where that one Citadel Rick had Summer and Rick in the black outfit. He was all like, and he had the gun pointed at Rick, talking about like, I'm not gonna let you kill my sister. And I'm all like, I wasn't gonna do that. I was just joshing you, fucking idiot. Like then they all started talking shit to him and stuff like that. He was all like mad and everything. It was all like, who's stupid now, bitch? Cause you know that was that was building up for fucking that was building up forever. Him get him so mad at him and shit. Oh man.
First episode of season 3, I have a feeling that both the Citadel and the Galactic Confederation are probably going to be aligned with each other.
Oh my god.
That's probably gonna go without saying, yeah.
That is going to be a major threat.
They now share a common enemy.
Oh yeah, that and I don't think they're like, I don't think the Galactic Federation is completely destroyed in my opinion, because like Summer's friend, who is, I think her name started with a T. Tammy, that one chick that betrayed them. Okay, she's still alive, and there are some bug people. Yeah, I mean they're still working, so I think they might not be completely destroyed. I think they might have been brought down, but like they're not completely done away with. So yeah, we're gonna have to see. I mean, Phoenix Person is obviously gonna come back too, so
Yeah, the Terminate work.
Yeah. We're just gonna have to see. But anyway, enough about that shit. Let's talk about some real political situation.
Oh my god. Where did we begin?
We can talk about this, the alt-right.
Oh man.
Okay, this is The Guardian. I just put the link in the chat for you. Let me just okay. I'm gonna read this as it reads. Increasingly notified white nationalist rally descends on Virginia amid expected crowds. Far-right monitoring groups estimate 500 to 1,000 people will head to Charlottesville to hear from alt-right ideologues such as Richard Spencer. White nationalist rally, which is predicted could be the largest in the United States in years, is expected to descend on Saturday on Charlottesville, Virginia, and be met by counter protests. Far-right monitoring groups estimate, I already read that, and 1,000 people and 30 speakers in groups will descend on the downtown area for the afternoon event. Okay, that's cool. Cool starter, man. Organized by the local right-wing activist and former Daily Caller writer Jason Kelsler. Those attending the Unite the Right event will hear speeches from alt-right ideologues, including Richard Spencer, Mike Penovich, Matthew Heimbach, leader of the Nutritional Workers Party. There was a confrontation late Friday ahead of the main rally when protesters and a smaller group of counter-protesters came together on the University of Virginia campus. When the marchers reached and surrounded the counter-protesters, there was a verbal confrontation. Counter-protesters said they were then attacked with torches, pepper spray, and lighter fluid. Speaking earlier, Spencer Sunshine, who wrote a report for Political Research Associates assessing rallies, said, "This is a national gathering that the far right have been planning for months. It's their big event. It's becoming increasingly notified over the past few weeks." So what you guys think of this? Chris, you go ahead. Go on first.
The way this whole alt-right shit has been going, the problem is the softest position from my understanding is that they want to have like their own country, their own piece of America that's all white. But then they don't want to have any niggers or sticks or whatever. That just can't work. And they'll go off on SJWs and call like Black Lives Matter and all those groups hypocrites and also pieces of shit for doing this and this. But then we'll turn around like in this recent event and other events, just do the exact same shit.
All right.
Just,
Okay, cool. Killstarter, what do you have to say about this?
And besides, the biggest irony of all, aren't alt-righters, aren't they essentially the same, or perhaps just the polars opposite to SJWs?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, because they practically believe, or at least think in the same ways as what SJWs tend to say. Like when you got like a self-hating white person who believes that the minorities are best, whereas you've got someone who's like proud to be white, yet they'll just say like fuck all these other minorities. Like both sides seem to be very unaware that they're essentially the same. But the article though, I wasn't listening, just get into it. White nationalist shit it was.
Yeah. Just to comment on it. Let me just give some reference. Okay, so apparently this was a meeting. It was like the largest white supremacist meeting had in like years, basically, in Virginia. And honestly, the what?
No, go on.
Yeah. So the way I see it is this, right? The way I see it is this. Basically, I'm not surprised, with the post living aftermath of having a black president. You had a high concentration of SJWs and shit. So I'm not really surprised that the alt-right has sort of emerged as this internet phenomenon to this public sphere kind of group of 13-year-olds and some 30-year-old weirdos and shit like that getting together, talking about how they can't stand Muslims and Jews and minorities and stuff like that, and how they just wish they can go away and start their own kind of nation and stuff like that, like basically try to control the states and shit. Now, I don't believe in banning them. I'm not like, I really don't care. I mean, I've engaged with these people. I don't think their ideas are very practical or very concrete in their logic. But yeah, I do believe in giving the jackasses some space, in that regard, like a safe space, if you will. Like you can go over there, we can go over here, all that. No, I don't believe in separating no one. But basically, why here is this? Like, basically, their end goal is producing like some kind of separate white state where they could be strong and reign supreme. Basically, personally, I don't think that that'll really go that far. I think that wall bullshit. I think personally, if you ask me, I think we need to create a Thunderdome. No one leaves, no one gets in. But real talk, it's not gonna happen. Like these whole alleged Muslim bans aren't gonna go through. Honestly, like people have basically latched on to movements and ideologies and stuff like that when they're not very advanced economically speaking, and they're not very successful. You need a scapegoat, right? Originally it was the Jews, now it's the Muslims, everything like that. So it's funny to just to hear that. But honestly, like I really don't think this is really going to go anywhere. I think it might be something of a nuisance. I'll say that, but I doubt that. Honestly, this is going to be all that detrimental to the United States' like existence, other than our credibility. That's basically what all I have to say about that.
And yeah, are these the same group of people who often make fun of people like SJWs who want to have safe spaces?
And the ironic thing is, like, they would love it. They'd be tickled pink if the friggin' United States became like an all-white state. Basically, if there was no one else to take their jobs or take their women or anything like that, basically make them the cucks and the betas of the world.
You fucking libtards, all you do is whine about your fucking safe spaces. Meanwhile, we down here in Virginia, we want to have a white whole nation with no minorities because our space matters.
Yeah, pretty much. What up, Headless? How's Krillism?
I wasn't there.
Oh yeah, you said you had laundry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about the alt-right. Apparently they're having like another meeting, like numbering 1,000. So, we were just ripping them a new one.
Yeah, I think Anonymous and they kind of like reveal a bunch of political identities that happen to be the KKK.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like something like this came out.
Yeah, and also they already have like some philosophical like disagreements basically in the alt-right. Now they got something called the alt-light. They got these I know, right? You got these diet alt-righters and shit, basically who they're trying to be legitimate without the racism, and they're basically trying to make themselves seem like nativists and like and like, but basically they're just mainstream conservatives who sympathize with these fucks, right? But they're just not racist, basically. So you already got that. So I mean, honestly, I doubt I'm pretty sure the Satanic Temple will outlive the alt-right. Honestly, I mean, at least they have solidarity, for fuck's sake. I just think that's funny. The stupid thing, Dio actually told me this as if that's something to be proud of. It's like, yeah, we have a schism in our movement called the alt-right. So, we at least got some people on our side. It's like, dude, you're basically just saying that, that if you're called, and he's saying if we're called Nazis, these guys could basically like, boost it up. And it's like, dude, one, that's not a hate word. You literally said that you're a fucking Nazi, that you're a National Socialist. So it's not like that's an ad hom or something like that. All right, you're proud to be called that shit. And second, none of these people like actually believe in that shit. They just, all they'll do is basically sympathize with you. So that's all you're looking for. You're looking for sympathy. And if that's the case, then your fucking movement's already fucking failed miserably. Like you're not a martyr for a great cause. You're a jackass with some people pitying you. And actually making the arguments without being a fucking without being like a creepy shut-in about it. Jesus Christ. Anyway.
Looking for sympathy.
Yeah.
That sound familiar?
I mean, that's par for the course with Dio. Trying to make every bet with everyone in his grandma on fucking Discord. I could beat you up, okay? I'll challenge you on that. Like, well, I gotta see how good you are fighting first.
How much you want to bet on it? How much you want to bet on this? How much you want to bet on that?
Okay, I'll beat you in Tekken. Okay, let's play. $500. Yeah, well, let's make it 10. I don't know why I did that, the mutes on the end thing. Yeah, but he's just a jackass. Him and Ken too. I especially don't like Ken because like that guy, he's a piece of shit. He's really a fucking like a horrible human being. Like this is the kind of guy who's as bad as Pillbox. He'll call people pedophiles when they never said one time that they were attracted to little kids, right? Meanwhile, this piece of shit basically is saying, "Oh man, I would love it if the age of consent was 16."
He said this.
Like he typed it out. I should have took a picture of that shit, but yeah, he typed it out basically.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's basically this guy didn't like. Yeah, he tried that with me because he said like, "Oh, you're a Satanist, so you should be fine with pedophilia." And I told him no, basically. Then he tried to make an argument and said that I supported it. I'm all like, okay, I mean, if you want to troll like that, okay, that's fine. You ever sucked a dick you didn't like? He keeps saying no. And I'm saying like, well, you didn't answer my question. Have you ever sucked a dick you didn't like? I mean, if you're gonna give me some loaded question bullshit like that, then I could do it the same to you. But I just don't really take him seriously. I just mute his ass and blocked him. I really don't give those clowns the time of day.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, there's something wrong. Anyways,
Yeah, and what about the false pedophile accusations Ken's been making as well, like against Van? Because, actually, no, it wasn't just Van. He was calling both Van and me pedophile sympathizers because we don't classify as drawn child porn as real.
Like, yeah, he is a piece of shit. It's like pedophilia is specifically when you have sex with like young ass kids, like physical sex, not like some conception or some bullshit, like actual physical sex. Okay, and I actually read, and here's the thing, he actually quoted Van, and I actually read it in context. He freaking said that I don't consider it pedophilia because no kids got hurt. There were no kids touched or harmed in that. And it's like, dude, and it's like, so you know that you're being dishonest about the context, and you're just doing that to be an asshole. Like how disingenuous can you fucking be? But you don't. But your sick ass don't mind fucking wanting to fuck 16-year-olds. It's like, what the fuck? Like, what a piece of shit.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, I'm not surprised. Usually, people who want that shit, they usually like to toss that word out to everyone else who never even talks about it. But anytime something comes up, he likes to compare it to either that or something else, But I'm not surprised. Nazis are usually grotesque fucking people.
That's true. And there was a time Ken was trying to tell me about what race realism is, because I had no idea what it was at the time. So I started looking into it, but his only reason why he was telling me about it afterwards, after a brief learning, he said, "Do you now hate the niggers?"
What a retard.
No.
I mean, the funny thing about it is he can't define race if it slapped him in the fucking face. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, he's been asked about this so many fucking times. It's like he fails every fucking time. He thinks like geographical location is a good argument for determining race. On a plane and go to China and impregnate a Chinese chick, it's not really a decent argument now, is it?
But I also watched a video from Jeff Holiday kind of explaining what race realism is. And the only thing that he finds that is not very accurate is the whole IQ thing. Because I do see some defining traits in like different, I'd say this in quotations, races of humans. Such as black people naturally having more resistance to the sun, whereas lighter skin, like white people, are more easily get fucking burnt from the sun. Which that's actually something I envy in black people.
Yeah, I mean, but honestly, that's just like phenotypes and stuff like that. Whenever they talk about like IQ or they read their holy Bible, the freaking like what was it called? Fucking
The bell curve.
Yeah, the bell curve. Thank you. Their holy like text, the bell curve. They always like take these like anecdotes and this data out of context and stuff like that, and they try to make it seem like there's some kind of genetic factor to IQ, when in fact there's like a ton of it being like environmental and depending on a number of things, like where the person grows up, like how much social capital they inherit and stuff like that. Like basically a degree of things. And here's the thing: like you could actually train for the IQ for that IQ test. I mean, it's not like it's some unfamiliar concept, like it's completely academic or something like that. You could train for that in advance. So.
Plus, I view IQ tests being really inaccurate things. So, like, I just don't see the fucking point in doing it.
Yeah, it's not like it's the be-all, end-all factor for intelligence. And let's look at Dio. Let's use Dio as a case study, right? Like the guy, okay, he's a college grad with like an experience as being a teacher, right? He also drinks like heavily. He fell down and cut his hand on a bottle, in one of his drunken stupors. He thought injecting himself with heroin was a good idea, for the first time. Like this dude, he could have sniffed it and got high, but he injected it because that was a smart idea, He held out on a trial that wasn't even about like sending him to jail, but him doing like I think community service. But for some reason, he felt the need to basically represent himself and go through a long ass song and dance about how he's not guilty until like the judge decided, this isn't even worth it. So somehow he looks smart for that.
How about all the amount of insecurity he expresses? Like as soon as you present him a question on something, but he just doesn't answer, or like you'll often just say, "Yeah, but that question's stupid," or whatever.
Yep.
Like what the fuck am I supposed to get from this from him?
Yeah, and then there's the like if he was cool. Here's the thing. If he was like a typical conservative guy that could talk about politics but still be chill about it, right? Like I like here's the thing. I don't like MMAs. I don't like a lot of what MMA believes, but we could sit down and we could have a conversation, right? We could talk about simple stuff. If he was like that, he'd probably be a lot chiller on these like hangout and talk rooms, right? But he acts like he's like the freaking Ubermensch, like he's Superman to the point that he's got this big ass chip on his shoulder to where he has to challenge anyone to show how he's the best at something. Then when the moment comes to actually prove his worth amongst us, like supposed peons or something like that, he always backs out or does that Darth Vader I've altered the deal scenario where he always got to like if it doesn't play in exactly his favor, he just bails out. It's silly. Fucking ridiculous. There's no need for that. Like he makes himself the clown, like the butt of his own joke. But go ahead.
I find it ironic for him to even call himself Dionysus because, especially if he's thinking of becoming a Catholic, because that's in Catholicism. Like, having some kind of connection to Greek, especially naming yourself that. I also find it funny for him to even name himself something related to Greece and not even fucking know that Sparta was part of Greece. Yeah, like, because there was somebody brought up the question of saying, if there was a point in history you want to live in, what would it be? Dio said that he would want to live in ancient Greece. I brought up some disturbing facts about, Greek history, like that everyone should know by this point.
Like what? A lot of them like had butt sex, basically.
Oh yeah, the Spartans were super gay. You'd throw babies who are not paying attention, throw them over a cliff and hit their heads with a fucking rock. But when I brought that up, that's where Dio said, "What are you talking about? Sparta is a part of Greece." And then eventually it took him a while until I said, "Yes, it was. You fucking idiot." And as soon as he had to look it up on Google, that's where he had to change his mind. So now, ever since this has happened, I am always gonna fuck with him on that.
Yeah. I love that. Like he prides himself on being like the smartest guy in the room when he's not.
He's not at all. It's even how superior he considers the white race to be. But he'll buy like fucking Japanese products like fucking PS4 and all the other games like fucking Dark Souls and Bloodborne.
He's also retarded. okay, like he's also like there's something wrong with. I mean, he's obviously sexually repressed. That goes without saying in some sense. But like I asked him, he's into Japanese chicks. Obviously, I asked him if there was a shit ton of Japanese chicks and they wanted to have sex with you, would you do it? And he like now obviously a person who's into chicks would say yes, right? And I asked him this and he's all like, I don't want to answer. It's like, dude, come on, we both know your fucking socially awkward ass would say yes to that. You wouldn't turn down that deal unless you turn fucking super gay, which is rare, if not impossible. And he literally acted like that was something like forbidden or some shit.
Oh my god! And
but he'll like make some weird pass to his sister. Hey sis, listen, you're not getting any younger. You're not gonna find another guy, so maybe you should just sell with me. I'll raise your daughter, and we can sleep in the same bed. Oh my god, you will never live that shit down.
oh wait! I just had a thought. Since he's so heavily focused on IQ and shit, and he believes that like he doesn't like the idea of race mixing. Has he never crossed in his head, even though this is fucking irrelevant, that he believes that the Asians have high IQ, which I don't know whether that's true or not, but why hasn't he ever thought of race mixing of white and Asians?
I mean, he had that opportunity with his girlfriend, but he fucked that up. She was half Asian. But yeah, he couldn't, like, dude, we're talking about the most social. He's a creep. Like, no one, like, I mean, obviously the idea of genetic diversity is a good thing, but this guy actually says, like, it's better to breed with your cousins than like other people. Like, fuck that genetic diversity thing.
Sounds like typical Louisiana. Well, then again, it's the fucking Duck Dynasty state of America.
Yep.
So, go figure.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, I guess moving on, we could talk about one more story. 12-year-old rape victim told to turn the other cheek by his Christian school. Okay, live from Independent. Okay, 12-year-old victim was told by the headmaster of a Christian school, turn the other cheek, and that everything in God's kingdom happens for a reason. Lawsuit filed allege. The school is being accused of covering up repeated sexual assaults against a boy, downplaying the attacks, and refusing to report a rape in a lawsuit that's seeking $30 million. I think this went down in this went down in the States. And damages, $30 million in damages. The mother of a boy who attends Brentwood Academy, a prestigious private school in Williamson County in Tennessee, filed a lawsuit in which she also accuses 4 8th grade boys, 14 and 15, of having repeatedly sexually abused her son when he was in the 6th grade in 2014-2015. In the courtroom documents, the mother of a anonymous victim named John Doe claims that the older boys would force their genitals in her son's face and mouth and sexually harass him in the school's locker room in front of the other students. The one boy would allegedly place his penis before plaintiff John Doe and forcibly penetrated it into the mouth of John Doe without consenting, claiming, eat it, open your mouth, accept it. And the same student is also accused of having anally raped the then 12-year-old boy. He allegedly boasted to the basketball team that he fucked that boy up the ass and stuck a Gatorade bottle in him. Jesus Christ. These some messed up kids. Like, Jesus, like, what is it?
That's what Christianity does to you.
What is it, some kind of prison school? Like, goddamn. When John Doe talked about the incident, like, goddamn, is this some kind of jail school? Like, what the fuck? To the school headmaster, Curtis H. Masters, he allegedly told him to turn the other cheek. Yeah, I think they'd like that. I think they'd like if he was turning some cheeks. Like, fuck all that. Like, goddamn, like he added that the staff had been speaking about installing cameras in the locker room, and in the meantime, I feel bad about that cheek joke. Like, jeez. When John Doe's mother approached the school employee Chris Roberts, a member of Christian Counseling Ministry, they start counseling. He responded, "Reporting this may not be the best thing to do. This isn't how Christian institutions handle these things." The lawsuit claims. Okay, so they're dealing with that. Like they're getting their asses sued. What do you guys think of this?
Good. Let them get sued.
This is an example of what happens when you have kids brought up on fundamentalist Christianity. They are oppressed, so they either keep that shit repressed or it comes out in an ugly way. This is an ugly way. This legitimately sounds like the second you talked about like all this shit, it literally sounds like a hentai I was jacking off in last night.
This sounds like borderline fucking prison. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Like the kid is being forced. Like they got kids forcing other kids to give them blowjobs and basically take it up the ass. Like what the fuck? Like I'm not even kidding. Like now here's the thing: if you're gay, that's fine. Whatever, good for you. Whatever. You don't force yourself ever on another fucking kid. That's bad. All right, that's fucking terrible. You don't do that shit. And I guess that like that was their way of like relieving tension at this. I guess this was an all boys school. I guess, but like you. Yeah, I would agree with Chris. Like this is what happens when you basically let religion control your life and you become sexually repressed. One way or another, it's going to come out in some way, and it's not going to be pretty.
And just remember, you just need to remember that Jesus loves the gated right. That should be taught to all the children.
I mean, goddamn, like this is. I guess when you're being guided by a book that basically says it's okay to like commit genocide and take girls for child brides and apparently like you could you don't rape angels, you could rape my daughters and stuff like that. I'm not surprised like they don't handle it that kind of way. Jesus Christ, that is terrible.
I mean, it's Christianity. Do you expect anything less? Especially, it's a 2,000 to 5,000 year old book.
Yeah, I guess so.
And that should replace a fucking science textbook. Like fuckers like Chuck Norris have been wanting this shit. That the Bible should be a textbook in school.
I just think it's funny that the Satanic Temple has something out like that says they don't want kids hit by teachers ever again, basically. But at this Christian school, they got kids raping each other, and instead of like doing something to stop that, they're like, let's just keep this like within closed doors. Like, yeah, well, there's a problem because behind the closed doors, your kids are butt fucking each other like by force. Like that's bad.
Yes. Sounds just like when the molestations were going on. The church is trying to keep them silent.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, but we've dropped the age of the offenders, so we're making some progress. Just need to teach them that it's okay to express yourself sexually and not like follow it all up. Otherwise, you become like a fucking monster.
Yep. I'm just glad we live in a secular. I'm just glad we live in a secular nation. We don't have to put up with this crap.
But always remember, it's the power of Jesus.
Yep. All right, so this has gone well. I think I'm gonna take it off air. This has been cool. I kind of like this. I think I'll probably host more discourse like this via Hangouts. All right, we'll see you later, y'all. You take care. No gods, no masters, dare to know, and hail Satan. Later.